Students, this is Anand Electronics Lab and today's experiment name is design of a two-stage RC coupled amplifier. So first of all, we design the circuit. This is a capacitor connected to the base of a NPN transistor. There is an input. This is a resistor from emitter and base resistor. Both are grounded. There is a coupling by capacitor. Going to another transistor as this is two-stage. Same circuit. The out. So this is the circuit of two-stage RC coupled amplifier. This input we have to get input from function generator. This is a capacitor value 10 microfarad. You should take same value of these three capacitors. The value should be same. This plus, this minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. This NPN transistor this number is CL100. This base, emitter and collector. There are four resistors. You can see the value is 10K. This is 470 ohm. This is 2.2K and this is 47K. Same value of resistor also connected here. So it is 47K. K means kilo ohm. 2.2 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, and this is 470 ohm. This is base, emitter, and this collector. So, and we take the output from CRO. So this is overall circuit of two-stage RC coupled amplifier. Now we get the reading. What is the table? First, input frequency. Next, V in. Both this reading we take from function generator. Can take. Next, V out. Both V in and V out must be peak to peak. Next, gain. gain equals to V out by V in. If we take the V in fixed at 1 V, then V out by V in will be the same value of V out. Suppose this is 3.2 volt, so this is 3.2 by 1. So if you take the value of V in 1 volt, the calculation will be very easy. Next, gain in dV equals to 20 log V out by V in. So it is a table. We have to take multiple of V out according to the frequency. After the calculation, we take the result in a semi-log graph paper. Now we discuss about the semi-log graph paper. There is a connection that is plus 12 volt. Both these four resistors from base and collector, both these four resistors are connected to the plus 12 volt. This is the value of VCC we will give to the circuit. And function generator generally 1 volt input and frequency will change from 50 Hz to 3 MHz. Why? I discuss now. Suppose there is similar graph paper. This is gain and this is frequency. Y-axis for gain and x-axis for frequency. Now how we calculate? There are 10 divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 division. If you take first division 10 Hz, then it is 20 Hz, 30 Hz, 40 Hz, 50 Hz, 60, 70, 80, 90 and this is 100 Hz. Then the next small division will go, this 100 Hz, so this is 200 Hz, next 3, next 4, next 500, 900, next 1 kilohertz or 1000 Hz. Okay, so first division is 10 Hz, so is multiply 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, then 100. Next division 100, 200, 300 up to 1K. Next division 1K, next 2K, next 3K, next 4K up to 10K. Next division 10K, 20K, 30 up to 100K. Next division 100K, next 200K, 300 up to 1000K or 1 mega ohm. Next 2 mega ohm, next 3 mega ohm. So if we plot in the graph, you can see the curve should be here like this. Should be like this. And this is the bandwidth. We have to measure the bandwidth. Suppose this is F1 and this is F2, then the bandwidth will be F2 minus F1. I think this is clear. Now we see the practical part. Okay, this is function generator. You can see it. This is function generator. We have to calculate the input frequency from here. Suppose this is 50 shift hertz. So we start from 50 hertz up to 3 megahertz. This CRO. From here we get the output. Now we discuss about the circuit. This is plus 12 volt. You can see this is plus 12 volt. This line from one, I think it is visible, from 1 to 25. These 25 points are interconnected, and we give the plus 12 volt to this point. Next, ground is connected to the lower part. This 1 to 25 pin also interconnected. This connection is for ground. Next, we go to the see the circuit. Take the circuit in front of you, then you can understand. First we have to take the input. This is input from function generator. This input is going to the capacitor. You can see this capacitor plus the capacitor, another part going to connect to the base of the first transistor. This is 10 kilo ohm and this is 470 ohm. 10 kilo ohm from base and 470 ohm from emitter connected to the ground. You can see it. Next, 47k. This is 47k from this 47k from the base, and this is 2.2k from emitter connected to the plus 12 volt. Okay, next the coupling capacitor. This one, this from the collector of first transistor to the base of the second transistor. Go to the next transistor connection. This is 10k from base. This is 470 ohm from the emitter connected to the ground. Next, 47k from base, 2.2k from collector connected to the plus 12 volt. And this is the output capacitor from the collector of second transistor. This is positive and this is negative. We get the output from here. You can see that this is the connection. This BNC probe connected to the CRO. Okay, now we switch on the power of the kit. Next, output of the, take the input value at 1 volt. You can see we take the input value at 1 volt. Now for 50 hertz we get the output, this one. We have to calculate only amplitude. This amplitude you can see peak to peak, 1, 2 full division and 2 small division. So it is 2.4 into 2, that is 4.8. For 50 hertz it is 4.8. Now we change. Suppose it is 200 shift hertz, so it is 200 hertz. You can see the amplitude is changed. It is 2.2 into 2, that is 4.8, 4.4. Now we change, suppose 500 hertz, 500 shift hertz. The value almost same, 1 2 3 4 4.2 into 1, it is 4.2 volt. Now we change it 1 shift kilohertz, it is 1 kilohertz. You can see it is 1 kilohertz for input signal. The output is same, it is 4.2 volt. Now we go to the suppose 10 kilohertz, 10 shift kilohertz, so the output is same. Go to the 100 kilohertz, 100 shift kilohertz, it is 4.4. Next go to the 200 shift kilohertz, same value. Now go for 300 kilohertz, value is changed, value is not changed, same. Now go for 500 shift kilohertz, now it is going dropping. You can see the curve, it is now going dropping. Now go for 600 shift kilohertz. You can see 600 kilohertz, it is 4 volt. Now for 800 shift kilohertz, it is 1 2 3 3.6 volt, 3.6 into 1. Now 1 shift megahertz, the amplitude is getting low, it is 3.4, I think it is 3.4 into 1 volt, 3.2 into 1, 3.4 into 1 volt. Now going to 1.5 shift megahertz, 1.5 megahertz, 1 to 2.6 volt. Now 2 shift megahertz, it is 1 2 into 1, that is 2 volt. 2.5 shift megahertz, getting down the amplitude, it is 1.6 into 1, that is 1.6 volt. Now going to 3 shift megahertz, it's almost low, this is 1.2 volt. As the maximum frequency we get from this function generator 3 megahertz, so we can calculate up to this. So if you plot the graph will be, first it is increasing, then it will be same value, and after we see the 700 kilohertz, the amplitude is dropping. So we have to calculate 20 log in the bracket V out by V in, that is gain in dB, and put the value in y-axis and put the frequency in x-axis in the semi-log graph paper. And I want to tell something, that when you connect this one, first to check that the components is connected properly or not. No, if any loose connection, the circuit, the output will not be, you cannot get the output. So you should sure that all the components connect as per the circuit, and give the plus 12 volt and give the ground in proper connection. Thank you.